Hello, and welcome to day 6 of the 21-day Success Mindset Challenge. I am so excited to be talking about this one because today's subject is fairly loaded for lots of people. We have all sorts of thoughts, beliefs, and emotions, memories, experiences when it comes to money, which is why it's such an important topic to cover. If you're in business, money is essential for your business's survival. You want to be creating an income from the work that you do. Otherwise, what's the point in having the business, right? But we have so many different attachments, beliefs, all sorts of things. It says money can trigger so many different things in all of us. So it's really important that we get to the bottom of what our relationship is with money so that we can see how that is currently impacting the amount of money that we're receiving in our business, in our bank account, and generally in our life. So all week I've been talking about how our life is a mirror of our mind. So everything that's happening outside of us, our circumstances, our results, the conditions, the people, all of these things are a projection of whatever's going on inside our mind. Okay, our life is a mirror, and it's the same with money. So the amount of money that or the amount of income that you're receiving, the amount of sales you're getting in your business right now is in proportion to how you think, feel, and act when it comes to money, right? Your money relationship is going to determine how much of it actually comes in. So if you're not getting the amount of money you want in your business, or you are getting a really decent amount and you're quite happy with your success, but you feel like there's a cap, you feel like you can't take it to the next step, you feel like there's something stopping you, maybe there's a limit as to what you can earn, there's some work to do around your money story and your relationship with money. So let's break it down in this episode so we can get a rough idea of what your money story is right now. Are you receiving the money that you want? Are you receiving exactly what you want, or would you like to receive more? Do you feel that there's a lack of abundance of money in your bank account or in your business? Do you feel that lack? Can you sense that lack? Do you feel like you're doing all this work and you should be receiving more? What is your current money situation when it comes to your personal life, in terms of how much you want to have saved, how much you want to have invested? What is your current money situation in your business? Just have a think about that and just sit and reflect just for a second on what your current money situation is. I'm sure it's come to the surface very, very quickly because it's a topic we often give so much of our time, attention, and focus to. So remember now that we create our own reality based on our thoughts, feelings, and actions. And not only do they impact and drive our behavior, which creates our results, but that's what law of attraction is responding to all of the time too. So let's start with thoughts. What are your beliefs around money? You know, so many of us have inherited beliefs from our family, from society. They're conditioned into us, into the very core of us. So what are your beliefs when it comes to money? You know, I always heard money doesn't grow on trees. When it's gone, which is not an abundance mindset. It's a lack mindset. It means that we're so panicky about spending money, even when it comes to investing in ourselves and investing into business, that because we just fear that once it's gone, that we're saying there's never going to be any more. It's never going to replenish. Now, what happens when we take that belief into our business? We're not going to produce the work or get the results that we want that's going to allow that money to be replenished, because our belief always becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. So we're actually inadvertently creating the very thing that we fear and don't want the most. When it's gone, it's gone. It's hard to come by. Money's really hard to make. Business is really hard. No one wants to buy in a recession. The truth is, in a recession, most millionaires are made, right? You've probably heard this. Most millionaires are made because while the majority of people are panicking and living in fear, they cannot see the opportunities. They're not open to them. They don't want to know. They just want to put their heads down and get through it and then feel better once it's all over, once it's gone, right? People who have a wealth consciousness, people who are abundant in their thoughts and in their feelings and in their belief, they will seek opportunities and they will continue to deliver services and products that people need. They will continue to promote their services. They will continue to believe that there are still people out there. just because there's a recession, it doesn't mean all the buyers have gone. People still need things. People still need things for their business, for their personal life, right? So there's always going to be people that are ready to buy. There's always going to be people that aren't affected so much by the recession. You know, they still have plenty of money to invest and buy services and products that they need. So we wouldn't want to carry that belief with us. If we carry that belief, how much is that going to impact the actions that we take, how we feel, our point of attraction, right? All of these beliefs are going to limit what we do. If we think money is really, really hard to make, we are going to work really, really, really hard to make money. And in doing that, and we'll speak more about law of attraction next week, but in doing that, we are trying to do it all ourselves. We are trying to use controlling instead of co-creation. We are not relying on the universe, on law of attraction. We're not expecting anyone to be there to help us. We think we have to do it all alone. We're grinding, we're head down. And so the results we get are incremental compared to what they could be if we were leveraging flow, if we were leveraging energy and law of attraction. So successful entrepreneurs and business owners, wealthy people, they see the abundance in everything, everywhere. They believe there's more coming. They believe there's always more where that came from. They know that money circulates to them and through them. They don't hoard money. They allow the flow of money. They expect it back. And they know that they're worthy of having more money. So I just want you to reflect on your money situation right now. And just think, what are my dominant thoughts about money? What are my beliefs about money? And that's going to give you a clue as to how you are creating or attracting the conditions and circumstances that are delivering this outcome, because our thoughts create things. Our thoughts become our reality. What we think about, what we focus on, our sustained attention. If we have all of our attention on lack, then we are creating more lack. We are an energetic match for more lack. That's what we're in vibration with. That's what we're aligned with. That's what the universe thinks we're asking for, because all of our attention is focused on what we haven't got. There's not enough. And then what happens? We start attracting clients who don't pay. We start attracting things going wrong with the car, with the house, all these unexpected bills. But when we're coming from an abundance mindset and a place of trust and faith, and we're in flow and we're leveraging our energy, our emotions, and our thoughts and our attention, and we're focused on what we want, then we become an energetic match to having more of what we actually want. More money, more abundance, more opportunities, more business partners that are going to help us, more tax rebates, more checks in the mail, right? So what we think and believe about money is crucial. You might think that money's never there for you. You might think that you can't make money. I can't make money. I just feel like I can't make it no matter what I try. We need to be really, really aware of what we're telling ourselves, what these beliefs are, and what our inner dialogue is around money if we stand any hope of changing the relationship with money. So that's thoughts. What about feelings? How do you feel when you spend money? I know in my past, when I've been through stages of feeling the lack, really, really feeling the lack, I'd go to the supermarket and I'd get that pang in my stomach of anxiety. You know, my thoughts would be like, how much does that cost? How much is that? How much is this going to cost me? Do we really need to be replacing this again? And you just feel it in your stomach. That's energy, it's your emotions, and they are supercharging the lack thoughts, the limiting beliefs that you already have in your mind. So they are making that magnetic charge stronger, which means law of attraction is going to bring you more lack, right? So we have to practice the feelings that we want to feel, the feelings that we would be feeling if we were abundant. And we can do that anytime, in any way. So just notice how you feel when you receive a bill or you have to pay a bill. Do you feel resentful, or do you feel grateful for the service that's been provided? Grateful for the money that's there and enabling you to pay for it? Grateful that you could provide a roof over your family's head? How do you feel when it comes to asking for the sale? This is always a good one in business, because it shows whether we feel unworthy of asking for payment. Many of us inflict our own lack and limiting money beliefs on our clients. And we say they're never going to pay that much. Why would they pay that much? My clients don't have any money. Well, by doing that, we're attracting the clients that don't have any money, the clients that don't want to pay that won't pay that can't pay that. Instead of focusing on the clients that we know are out there because they're buying other people's services all the time. But instead, we're focusing and saying that we can't, it's not happening for us, right? So how do you feel when you ask for the sale? How would you feel about putting an offer out today and asking your audience if they'd like to purchase something from you? Where do you feel that in your body? And what would you feel if you imagined that you had so much more money than anybody else? So at first, yes, it feels wonderful, but really, you imagine yourself in your day-to-day life with all this money. Notice if any feelings of guilt come up. Worrying that people are going to want to take it from you now. Worrying that you're going to lose it. So many people become millionaires and then panic that they're going to lose it. And of course, by doing that, they're attracting conditions that will, and circumstances through law of attraction that will help them lose it. So what do you feel? Are you worried about people judging you or rejecting you, your family, your friends? Are you worried about being different to everybody else then and no one understanding you? Are you worried that people are always going to expect you to pay? Where are those feelings? What are those feelings when it comes to being super successful? Because this tells us the different fears we have about success, because we have fears around success as much as we have fears around failure. And all of these things are holding us back in our business. How about imagining that money is a long lost friend? How would you feel about it if it was a long lost friend that you haven't seen in ages, but you always had a brilliant time when you had it? How close are your feelings right now about money to that? Do you have anxiety and fear and lack? Or do you feel excited when you think about money? Do you feel happy and grateful and appreciative and you just can't wait to go out and do things? You know, which version is money going to be attracted to? It's not going to come to the place where it's resented, where it's blocked, where it's felt like they're not good enough, where it's judged and criticized. You know, do you find yourself criticizing people with lots of money? Because that's another sign. Is there any jealousy or envy or resentment or bitterness towards people with lots and lots of money? Because again, it's another sign that there's something in you that needs working on. Successful and wealthy people feel good about money. They love money. They appreciate money. They value money. So it's very different, isn't it? And the last thing we're going to look at is actions. What are the actions you're taking when it comes to your money? So are you actually avoiding actions that will make money in your business? Are you putting out the offers? Are you asking for the sale? Are you doing things actively on a daily basis to create income? Or are you hiding? Are you withdrawing? Are you holding back on any of that? And if you are, why? What are the thoughts and the feelings that are leading to that behavior? Are you asking for the sale, putting the offers out? What are you doing with money? Are you hoarding it? Or are you spending it? Are you spending it carefully, knowing that it's going to come back, but also looking after it, maybe investing it? Or are you really frivolous with money and you're just not thinking about it at all and you just feel like you need to get rid of it as quickly as it comes in? Marissa Peer I remember listening to one of her, I think it might have been a YouTube channel last year sometime, and she was talking about having a couple of really high profile clients that were sort of rock and rollers. They're in the music industry and they'd earned millions and millions of pounds. But when they came to work with her, they had nothing left, nothing. They couldn't even pay their tax bills. And when she started working with them, it was because one of them had a family where the dad was a gambler, he was a drinker. And so every time he brought the pay packet home, the mother would take the money and she would spend it on food and clothes and all the other things to make sure that there wasn't enough left for him to gamble away. She had to get rid of it before he could lose it and they would be left without paying the bills. So there was that whole mentality of as soon as it comes in, it's got to go out. And that was without him even knowing, that got passed through him. You know, that was integrated within his belief system and his behavior. It's interesting, isn't it? So are you allowing the flow, or are you blocking the flow of money? What does it feel like? What does it feel like in your body? What does it feel like? What comes to mind in your thoughts? Are you allowing it? Because we have to allow the money. We have to allow ourselves. And this is where so many of us don't feel deserving and worthy of it. We don't feel good enough. We feel like an imposter. So we're actually energetically blocking the flow of money to us. So we've talked today about thoughts, feelings, and actions when it comes to money. Now, I've actually got a free masterclass on this that goes into it in a bit more detail. So what I'll do is I'll drop the link for anyone that wants to dive into this a little bit deeper, because the more you improve your relationship with money, the more money you're going to attract into your business and into your life. And for those of you that are thinking, geez, I really need to work on this now, I'd love to work on this now. I do actually have an on-demand program that you can register for right now and start working on it straight away today. It's called I Am a Money Magnet, and it is a 21-day money manifesting program, which deals with all of these areas in great detail. And you get daily videos and tasks to do to help you align to your income goals, to align to the energy of money, and become magnetic for more of it in your life. So you could use this to try and manifest another £500, £1,000, £5,000, £10,000 in the next 21 days. My students, although I obviously can't guarantee results with this, but many of my students manifest within the thousands in this program. So I'll drop the link anyway, and you can have a look and see if it's something that you want to do. And you'll be able to see dozens of testimonials on there too, so you can get an idea. So I hope this has helped. Definitely start thinking about that money mindset, that money relationship, how you feel. Start noticing the pangs, whether it's guilt, whether it's anxiety, whether it's fear, or whether you're just over the top excited whenever you think about money. And, you know, you just have a bursting heart and you feel full of love and full of gratitude. Just notice and see where you are, and know that what's happening with money in your business is a direct reflection of what is happening with money inside of you. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I will see you in the next one.